Well, hello, my sweet and savory Sagittarius. How are you today? I'm so glad that you are here with me on my channel, Bluesky Tarot. Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate your presence. We're going to be looking at your January energy. We're going to be looking for messages to take into the new year. And I will remind you that this is a general reading, so take what resonates, release the rest. I do encourage you to also look at your other major placements. So we're talking about Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, up to you. Sometimes when you delve into those other aspects of your personal natal chart, it does hold keys that unlock more of your story. So let's see what we have for you. Kicking off your reading strong, Ace of Wands. You're excited. You're passionate. You're ready. You're ready to move forward on something. You have an idea. Yes. Passion project. This could be self-improvement in some form or fashion. Some of you might be looking at the ways in which you consume food. You know, lots of New Year's resolutions going on right now. So you could be looking at improving your health, and you're excited about that. Maybe a new exercise regimen. But this can also be creative. You know, maybe you've really been itching to get back into some mode of expression. Maybe I have some painters out there who haven't worked with their paint sets in a long time, and they're just itching to make some marks on that white canvas. Maybe this is creative writing. This could even show up as journaling for some of you. As you move into the new year, you might be looking at ways to really further your self-awareness. Something flipped. There it is. Empress. So for some of you right now, you may be feeling physically tired. I understand. Adulting is hard. Being a kid in school is hard. There's a lot going on. And, you know, you may have been experiencing kind of a lack of enthusiasm or inspiration. But you have that Ace of Wands coming in. And so it's been tickling the back of your mind, Sagittarius. You've been thinking about how you can turn that energy around. See, the good thing about cards that come in the resistance position is they will be going into the upright expression of that energy. It'll go from feeling like something you're working against to a breakthrough. And so you're going to be looking forward to a creative breakthrough. You're going to feel revitalized in some way. Now, everybody has different passions, and this will be very particular to you. So, Page of Cups. Page of Cups in your outcome energy. So this is, this could be good news coming in. This, I feel like, is tying in again to your personal expression of creativity. Creativity is often linked closely with intuition, you know, depending on what your medium is. creativity can be very closely connected to our emotions. How are we feeling? The way we feel can inspire the type of work that we put out, the type of projects we pursue, the energy in which we put into those things. So you've been struggling with, feeling a little lackluster in some regard. And so I just want you to know that, you're going to be closing up that cycle here. You're going to be getting some inspiration, and you're going to feel way more in tune with yourself before too long. Now, for those of you where that element of nutrition and exercise, if that resonated for you, once you start to take up this program, you may find that it has some surprising, some positive results. It's not the word I was going to say. It has a positive impact on your creativity, on your stamina and energy. And so just that simple thing can kind of shift you into this place that you want to be, of feeling more fulfilled, bringing that Empress into the upright. Some of you may be moms. Some of you might actually even be expecting. And I did not give birth to kiddos myself, but I have heard from reliable sources that can take a lot out of you. Being pregnant is work. So for those of you who are expecting, congratulations. That's very exciting. You'll get through it. But for those of you who are not expecting, you might just simply be a parent. It's a very nurturing energy, and when you're just tired all the time, it's hard to extend all of that what am I trying to say? You give so much of yourself, and that can take a lot out of you. But don't worry, my dear Sagittarius, you're going to get through that. You're going to get through the slump. We have the Lovers, Knight of Swords. So this is a general energy reading. So I could be seeing a number of things influenced here in the cards. So some of you may be really connecting in the love sector right now. This could be a new love, or it could be a rekindling of an already existing relationship. But we do have the Lovers here, and the Lovers with the, okay, both hands. The Lovers with the Ace of Wands. Can anybody say spicy? I can say spicy. Spicy, Sagittarius. What are you doing? Nom nom. Okay. So that might be a thing for some of you. That you're seeing your love life kind of bumped to the next level. I mean, great things happen. Like, you start taking care of your body. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna perform better. I heard that. Okay. Thank you. Why don't you give this a thumbs up if you find that at all entertaining or shameful or whatever. Anyway, for those of you who are like, love is not on the plate, I am not open to it, you know what? You do you. That is perfectly okay if this energy coming through here is not a connection of some kind. This can also be, the Lovers can be choices. This can be choosing something that really makes you feel passionate, makes you feel whole, excited, something that you choose to fall in love with this thing, whatever that is for you. Okay. So I will warn against doing anything that's too hasty. You know, don't jump into anything too fast. Have the right conversations. Take time to yourself to really think through the situation. Because the Nine of Swords coming in that position to me says, you know, maybe somebody, what? You got the Sun in your outcome energy. Lucky ducky. Aw. Happiness and joy. What are you doing? Cool. Anyway, distracted. Squirrel brain. Sorry. Knight of Swords in the resistance position. I would worry about making hasty choices. Just barreling right into something without really thinking it through. Just be careful of that. Don't shoot the messenger. Just do not feel pressured to have an answer or make a move right on the spot. Everything in the right time, my friend. This can also be showing up as it's possible that you might be feeling frustrated that somebody else isn't making a move, or that things aren't moving. That typically that would be more of like a Knight of Pentacles, but for whatever reason I'm kind of getting that too as a possible expression of this energy. But yeah, you do have that Page of Cups in your outcome, so this could be a love offer. I mean, this isn't supposed to be a love reading, but if I see it in the cards, then you know I kind of have to say it. So some of you may be receiving offerings of love. You know, someone might be coming forward with, you know, sweet messages. You know, you might get some unexpected flowers or a gift, some favor of affection. Yeah. This could be somebody, you know, if you're already in a connection, this could be somebody just taking the time, or you taking the time to whisper just some sweet nothings into your loved one's ear. Yeah. So you do have the Sun in that outcome. This is really beautiful. I always love seeing the sun. Love it when the sun comes out. Yeah, yes. So this is, you know, optimism. This is, it can be seeing things in a brand new light. You know, just really experiencing and embracing the joy that comes with our connections and, you know, be here now kind of energy. This is really nice. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, let's see if we can pull a few more cards. For those of you who feel a little bit insecure about your body, this is for you. You are beautiful. If you're connecting with a person, they think you're beautiful too. Just throwing that out there. Thought maybe some of you might want to hear that. We have the Fool. So fresh starts, new beginnings. So yeah, this could absolutely be brand new love coming in. I mean, I gotta call it how I see it. This could be someone new coming in and they say, hey, Sagittarius, You know, you want to take the plunge with me? You want to give it a go? You want to see what happens? So that's definitely, you're definitely looking at that right now, Sag. You're looking at starting something new. Someone wants to start a new level with you. Someone wants to take a risk on you. They like you. This turned into a love reading. Oh, okay. For those of you who are not connecting through love, again, going back to expression through art and passion projects, this can be, you know, a whole new type of creative project. Maybe you've been thinking about something that has really made you excited, and you feel like it's a choice that you can make that is, you know, sustainable, and that you could really get into, that you feel would complement you well. We do also have, we have the Lovers again in the Resistance position. So maybe you're feeling a little bit hesitant. Maybe you're kind of stuck on, you know, we've all had those kind of crummy relationships, and it can be tough to drop the baggage from them. I get it. You know, maybe some of you are like, I don't know if I really want to connect with someone right now. You know, that's okay. You know, that's kind of leaning into this whole Knight of Swords. You know, don't just go plunging in without, you know, giving it a proper think through and maybe some good, healthy adult conversations. You know, let's be realistic here. If people are trying to connect with you, you know, you owe it to them to have open communication. They owe it to you to have open communication. That's a big part of how relationships are supposed to work. So for those of you that are connecting with this reading in more of a creative sense, you know, that Page of Cups coming in your outcome, you know, this could be movement. You know, if you're trying to create a following, you may start to notice that people are noticing you and your creative work more. This could be someone reaching out to you saying, hey, Sag, I really like what you're doing. I would love for you to team up with me or my team of people to make this. That's what I heard, ad campaign. Well, it's a creative project, that's for sure. So some of you might be involved in like graphics and design, script writing, you know, the list goes on and on. It could be so many things, Sagittarius. If you feel like this is you and you know what this is, I'd love to hear about it. You can pop it in the comments below, because I'm always curious about how these cards actually manifest in people's individual lives. So, Sag, your last card in the outcome energy is the Devil. Someone might be a little bit obsessed with you. Now, the Devil is not always a negative energy. You know, there's always the potential for imbalance, because the Devil can be obsession. A deep drive. So just be wary of that. You know, obsession. The obsession just means too much of something. So keep it in balance. You know, we do have that Lovers there in that resistance energy. So, you know, like I said, some of you may have just had some really bad experiences, and that sucks, and I'm sorry. But just because you had bad experiences in the past does not dictate that it will be your pattern in the future. You know, especially if you take the time to think things through and not just dive in to something because you're feeling passionate about it. So, I mean, if you know, shifting back to if you're an artist, one could even say that, you know, you have to be obsessive about your art. And so I could totally see how this is a really positive thing if you're an artist, because having that obsession with what it is that you are doing gives it this whole new life that I wouldn't otherwise have. And that's the life and the flair and the rawness that people will see and pick up on, and it makes it different from what your competitors are doing. If this is art or creative projects. For those of you who might have resonated with the health aspects of this reading, you know, this could indicate that you get really obsessed with like a new dietary plan, or you realize like, oh my God, I feel so good when I exercise. I'm getting all those really good endorphins, or whatever that hormone is that the body produces when you exercise. And maybe you're like, I need more of this. I want more of this. And so, you know, that can be healthy as well. Like I said, just make sure that you keep everything in balance. You know, a little bit of obsession can be good in the right amounts. And that's going to be up to you to decide. Okay, very interesting. Sagittarius. But, yeah, going back to those of you who have hesitation in taking love to the next level, who want love in your life, and maybe you're just a little bit worried about, you know, the risks. The risks, you know. The Fool can be associated with risks. That leap of faith. Everything is a risk, my lovely. And I think there's a good possibility that what you have presenting in your life right now, while you are concerned about the negative aspects of it, I feel like there's a lot of positive. There's a lot of happiness. I feel like there's the potential for a lot of love. And only you can decide if that's worth the risk. Alright, Sag, I'm going to pull a card from the Enchanted Astrologer. This card is meant to highlight a certain aspect of your personal astrology. So let's see what we have for you today, my friends. Leo. So some of you may have some Leo in your chart. Some of you may be connecting with a Leo. So take it how it resonates. It would be interesting to look into your own personal astrology. Take a look at what house is ruled by Leo, whether or not you have any planets in Leo. And that can be insightful. Okay, Sagittarius, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for letting me dabble in your energy. It has been tantalizing. You have some interesting stuff going on right now. So I wish you all the best with this. However this is manifesting for you. It's really cool. Whatever it is. If this were a movie, I might watch it. Anyway. Until next time, my loves. Go get 'em.